So I'm trying a more relaxed approach now because I think dealing with all the worrying about the aesthetics is just not going to work out for me. So hopefully this is a nice vibe. I'm going to talk about health and wellness, how I plan to enact those things in Mexico, and how I plan to some of the things that I've already started doing because I don't believe in beginning the new year on January 1st. I think it's kind of ridiculous, actually. Although I do love how crisp the air usually is in the places that I've spent the new year most of the time. It does kind of feel like a new day, but I'm working on seeing every day as a new life. That came from a meditation that I listened to. I'll link it in the description so that you guys can enjoy it as well. But it's about taking action. It's a pretty good intention to set for the new year. So the new year for me, I like to feel like it starts in September. People say it starts in the spring as well. Either way, it makes a lot of sense because if the new year actually starts in the spring in terms of nature, then you would be preparing for something new for months ahead of time. You wouldn't wait until 2 weeks before or whatever. So I just got done from taking a daily walk with the dog. I don't take a walk every day with the dog, but it's an intention. And I'm really thinking about getting a dog when I get to Mexico because number one, there's so many dogs. It's an extremely dog friendly place, Mexico City. This is one thing that you should know if you're thinking about moving there. It is extremely dog friendly. So if you don't like dogs, I'm going to go ahead and say you either need to change your mind about that or you will change your mind about it because dogs are amazing, or you'll just, that will be something that you don't enjoy. Extremely dog friendly place. And I think that having the dog here has been a real blessing for me because it allows me to be more active. It forces me to be more active. I mean, it forces me, like, I've already gotten my recommended amount of sunlight for the day. I think I need a whole lot more, but I got some. I'm taking vitamin D as well, liquid vitamin D from Whole Foods. I'll link that as well because what I'm trying to do is start an Amazon affiliate store. That will be a really good. I'm going to need some income. I'm just pretty sure of it. Something told me get everything you need. You will be fine. But I'm also being pulled towards other ways of making income. So, health and wellness. One of the things that I'm really intending on doing is spending even more time than I did before in the previous year focusing on my body because I feel like it's the only one I have, and I feel like it's the only one I have during this lifetime and I want to use it and I want to remain active. I even ordered some hiking boots so that I could, hike safely. So it's supposed to be slip resistant. I'll link them. I'll link them all. And in order to spend more time on working out, spend more time walking. I'm shaving time off of doing my hair by putting these things in. So I use the 1 pack of hair from a particular brand. I can't remember. I will link that as well if they have that in the Amazon store. Or maybe I'll find another link for it. With that said, I'm loving this red. I think, I've been studying my colors last night. I was up to like 2 a.m. on Pinterest and YouTube, like looking at like seasonal colors and stuff. And I think that I'm a dark autumn. I think I'm a dark autumn because there's quite a bit of contrast between my hair and my skin tone, and the dark, deep, warm colors. Well, it could be cool as well. They help create more contrast, if that makes sense. So I'm like, no wonder I've been attracted to like deep jewel tone greens and rubies and things like that. Really, really look good on me. Some of my favorite pieces incorporate those colors. And I do like bright colors as well. So for a while, I thought it was a bright spring, during the like 30 minutes of looking this up. So I was like, because I remember this lime green dress that I got from American Apparel. I had it in pink and green, and it was lime pink and neon pink and neon green, and it was great. I mean, it looked awesome on me, but I don't think it quite does for me what this does for me. You know what I mean? So those deep colors really complement me well, I'm realizing. And, personal style and the body all go hand in hand because I have a feeling there's a connection between what colors vibrate well with us and bring out the best in us, and some of the foods and environments that we tend to like to be in. Like, for instance, I love the beach, but once I got to the beach, I knew I couldn't live at the beach year round, because I think that it's one of those, it's just, I love tropical colors. I think those deep dark greens of the leaves and those rich pinks and other colors of the flowers and fruits go really, really well with me. I think it's a very complementary color family for me. But I think the dark rich greens of the forest call me more, And I just think that's what I love. Also the desert. Um, I think I definitely was born near the beach, but I feel like maybe I need that grounding element. And I think that's interesting that those colors actually go really well with my skin and kind of bring things out. So anyway, I'm saying all that to say, paying attention to more so of my body and my relationship with my environment is very important moving forward. And when I go back to Mexico City, I mean, it's 5 days until that happens. I'm so excited that I literally could burst. Um, I have to think about how often I'm going to be interacting with so many people, but it's actually lovely. I mean, I never really got that vibe of like, I don't feel like peopling today there. Every once in a while, sure, but not really. Sometimes it was more like, I don't feel like dealing with the language barrier today, things like that. But it wasn't really the attitudes of the people, because by and far and large, Mexicans are very beautiful people. I have a lot of Mexicans who live in my parents' neighborhood now, and they're so beautiful to me. They're just smiling. They're just chill. They're just a chill people. I just love them, and they're cool. So, um, I've been packing. I have a diagram of each type of suitcase that I'm going to bring, and I have a list of the items and the item groupings that I'm going to be putting in each suitcase. That's a very important thing for me to be organized, and it will relieve a lot of stress of travel. One of my affirmations about travel is that travel is easy for me. Travel always works out for me. All of my items arrive safely to their destination. I retrieve my items amazingly, and I picture myself picking up my suitcases and retrieving all of them from when Benito Juarez airport, just safely and calmly and smoothly, because any issue in my mind that I feel is a barrier to my happiness, I'm going to work on mentally. That is my work for the year. That is where I'm at. Other things that I think have to do with the body. I'm really intentioning on doing meditations day and night, at least 5 minutes or so for the womb and focusing on the womb. I bought a pelvic massage wand and I'm so excited. It helps to relieve a lot of tension in the pelvic floor area. And I also think that, the other wellness tools that I bought are going to help me continue to stay limber, to stay stretched, and to work out any kinks and knots. So that I have like this rolly thing. I bought a new yoga mat. It's supposed to be thick, but it's still kind of squishy. I'm going to just get knee pads to protect my knees, because I just don't want to take any chances. Sometimes you never know where you're going to find yourself doing yoga. You could be doing yoga on the forest floor at the park. You could be doing it on a sandy beach. For them, my knees will be fine. Or you could be doing it on a stone concrete, Parque Mexico is a place where a lot of events happen, and you may find yourself doing yoga there. So you want to make sure that your knees are protected. So I'll probably just have to get knee pads, and I'll probably just have to get them there. I won't be able to get everything. I did. Amazon has been my friend during this time, So it's been making it really convenient for me to get some of the last minute items that I need. But I really intend on this being a really physical year, a year where I spend more time outdoors, a year where I do more things that not necessarily that I haven't done, but stretch myself creatively. And so you may not necessarily connect creativity with the body. For those who know, they know. I feel like people within my inner circle, they intuitively and automatically do connect those things, but Some people may not. What I have to say about that is one of the things I'm working on healing is this fibroid that I have. And I already know, and I have the signs of it already shrinking. I do know that. I've been working on it diet wise and herb wise, but mentally and spiritually, there are some things that I really need to birth. One of them is this book that I'm writing. And it's about a neurodivergent Black girl dating in Brooklyn and just her life, kind of a coming of age, but she's a late bloomer, you know? So I'm writing about that, and I would love to get some grant money to support me throughout this year in order to help me finish that. And ooh, look at those bags. That's okay though. Still cute. And I'm going to be working on finding some funding opportunities so I can take some time off of work possibly, or in between projects or contracts, to really focus on this, or maybe even a residency. So there's that. But I think that just getting more into my body and embracing my sensuality a lot more, with or without a partner, like I think there's something individual that has to happen in that relationship before, or that's foundational to exploring that with someone else. And it just really has nothing to do with sex. Really, it has to do with intimacy and physical intimacy and touch. And there's such a thing as non-platonic touch. There is, which is something I've been exploring via thought and somewhat in practice over the past several years. But I have a friend who's really into that and studies that and certified in teaching about, you call it, consent. So it all ties in, and these are things that I feel that I'm going to be spending and logging more hours thinking about, practicing, and spending time doing. I'm very, very excited because I feel like sometimes, I don't know, I just feel like Mexico City really facilitates that, even through dance. You know, I have a friend who is a major community builder there in Mexico City through music and dance and style. I don't know if she knows that, but her personal style is quite defined, and I very much admire it. And you know, so she's great in that way, and I think that she's another great person that I'll be connecting with and vibing with that will help enhance all of these endeavors and intentions that I have going on. One thing that's going to help me do that is this. I'm going to show you this. This is a planner that my sister got me for Christmas or my birthday, however you want to look at it. It comes with this little book of ADHD planning secrets, and it comes with a lot of stickers that help you to remember what you're supposed to be doing. It comes with 26 different categories of different things. Let me read some of them off. Spa, beauty, and I love that they separated these two because if you know, you know, they are different. Holiday, travel, also different. Repair. I love that they have a category for repair because some days you just want to focus on fixing things. I know that there were several projects that I had intended for the weekend because I was still working somewhat of a 4 to 5 day work schedule when I was there last time. So during the weekend, I would want to fix certain things and sew certain things and dye certain things, and I just didn't get around to it all. But I think that a lot of these types of little stickers will help me visually plan. And I love that they're all in different colors. Very much gorgeous and amazing. It has these roadmaps that you can refer to, and it really focuses on the things that people with ADHD focus on. The awareness and self-discovery. This is what, I mean, I've been doing this for years, but the first playlist about ADHD and having ADHD really helped me, and really was focused on the awareness and self-discovery. Number 2, make a mission and vision statement, set big goals, create the vision board and life statement, you know, things like that. Questions to empower your day, creating harmony on all levels. It's really cool. And I think, you know, this is really going to help me make sure that throughout this time I can plan properly. I wanted one of these, something a year. I can see the year ahead of time. I needed to see all of the year laid out at one time, because there'll be things that I intend to do by the summer. And because I have time blindness, because that's a symptom, that's a feature of ADHD. Next thing you know, it's May and I haven't properly planned everything that I wanted to do for June. And in order to relieve, again, a lot of that travel anxiety, is really important for me to plan ahead, and leave flexibility for last minute things. So that is where my year is heading. So one visualization I said that I would do is I'll quantum leap to 2026 and reflect on how good 2025 was. I think that's a great meditation to do if you're into future thinking, if you're someone like me, again, who just jumps ahead, because you're already cementing that the year has gone so well and that you made it through. I don't know what this year is going to hold. I don't know what the adventures are. I don't know what my next chapter is going to be. But I keep seeing everybody refer to this next year as a chapter, which they probably normally do, but I'd never seen it happen so often. And so to me, that's a sign that, yes, focus on your book, focus on your creativity and that connection with your body, so that the creativity can flow through you without getting stuck in certain areas. And you will birth the things into the world that you need to birth creatively. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing. And so I really hope that this was a fun, laid back, relaxed video that helped you think about some of the things that you want to do if and when you possibly move, or just for the next year. If you have ADHD, maybe you want to pick up that planner, look into it, research other videos who've probably gone more in depth about it. I haven't really used it yet, but I'll come back with an update. And yeah, check out some useful things that I've been able to post here, so that you can make your life easier by just taking one less thing off of your to-do list. I'm going to continue on. Today, I'm going to be continuing to study, working on this project management certification with Google, because I've been doing that and it's been going well. I pass all my tests and my assessments very quickly and easily. And I have to say that it seems practical now that we're getting into actually what project managers do in terms of setting goals and initiating the project. I have to say that that part is very practical and useful. And I think it's applicable to how, I think, again, I thought this skill would be great to just apply to life. That's why, another reason why I wanted to take it. When you're initiating a plan, you're thinking about what are some objectives and key results that you're going to want to do and lay out, so that you know that you've reached your goal. Maybe I'll come back with another video talking about how I'll know that I've reached my goal of prioritizing writing and focusing more on my body and my creativity this year. And of course, the money's going to come. The money's got to come. I don't know where it's going to come from yet, but it's going to come. Okay, guys, I had just had a call, so let me go. Take care.